Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Focus on Liberia. We are broadcasting from Atlanta, Georgia. Enjoy our music while we get set for this all-important show. Again, this is Focus on Liberia. We sincerely apologize for coming so late due to technical difficulties beyond our control. This is part 2 of Liberians Making a Difference. My name is Dennis Jar, along with my co-host, who will take it away from me. Danielle, it's all yours.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Focus on Liberia. Tonight, we have 2 great Liberians who are working to improve Liberia, so we'll be talking to them. As Dennis said, this is part 2 of a series we've been working on. In light of the More Than Me scandal recently, the cry has been that Liberians are not doing the work, that we need outsiders and foreigners to come and help us to improve our communities, and that Liberians are not involved. And that's just not the case. So tonight we have 2 Liberians who are working hard, who are doing the work to improve our communities. Tonight we have Masa Cecilia Kennedy Gueh and Titus Pakalah joining us. And to tell you just a little bit about our guests, Masa Cecilia Kennedy Gueh is the founder and director of Trinity Children's Center, an orphanage located in Marshall, Liberia. TCC was developed on a promise to establish hope and love to the children of Liberia. Since the end of Liberia's civil war in 2005, many children lost their parents and extended family members. Some of the children were born during the war and have never had a home. Their desire is to reach and protect the lost and to renew the children of Liberia through a safe and protected environment where children can grow in understanding of Jesus Christ and garner life skills to help them grow into leaders within their communities. They accomplish this through the love of Christ that provides hope in desperate circumstances. Today, TCC provides a home to 160 children and 11 house parents who raise these children. So again, Mrs. Gueh, we say welcome and thank you for joining us on Focus on Liberia tonight.
Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate you having me tonight. It is a privilege.
Wonderful. We also have tonight Titus B. Pakalah, who is 22 years young. He is the co-founder of iCare-Liberia. Titus B. Pakalah is a young Liberian human rights advocate. He is a victim of Liberia's bloody past, which he saw the torturing of over millions of his compatriots. He lives with a single parent. Growing up, he was a passionate human rights advocate, a task which has threatened his life. Titus has led many advocacy movements, championing the rights of women, children, and all victims of sexual abuses. Throughout his youthful life, he continues to agitate for justice in Liberia on public platforms and talk shows. On October 4th, 2017, Titus led a nationwide protest demanding the Libyan embassy in Liberia and the government of Liberia to repatriate Liberians who were enslaved in Libya, North Africa. His advocacy resulted in the repatriation of 17 Liberians from Libya, and that is according to the Foreign Affairs Ministry, and this was in 2017. His involvement in anti-rape advocacy is arousing the interest of national government to act against sexual violence, as it is alarming in Liberia. The young advocate is one of few persons who holds the belief that injustice is an adverse phenomenon to good governance, and that impunity will never be fought if the fundamental rights of Liberian children and youth are not secured through a procedural justice system. Titus is also the lead campaigner of the End Impunity March 2018 Liberia, a call to end the unprecedented rape cases in Liberia. This son of the slum is a hope to many Liberian youths who envision justice for all. He is a sophomore student of the United Methodist University, a certified volunteer, a graduate of the WEPA College of Theology and Mission, a devoted and diversified Christian. He is also a graduate of the Young Political Leadership School, YPLS. He has a comprehensive understanding of political leadership and campaign planning. He hails from Lofa and the largest spoken tribe in Liberia, the Pele people. He speaks Loma and Pele, but a child adopted by the Kisi, Ghanaian, and Mandingo tribes due to the effect of the Civil War. Titus loves reading and writing, in which he has channeled his grievances and recommendations to his government and international organizations, including but not limited to the United Nations and ECOWAS Court of Justice. He is single and focused on achieving his goals for a better Liberia, and he is the only son amongst 4 girls for his parents. So welcome, Titus, and thanks for joining us tonight on Focus on Liberia.
And we want to welcome our viewers across the globe. Focus on Liberia is held every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, Titus and Mother Gueh, we say welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. As Emma said, we normally start at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sundays, every Sunday. We had a bit of technical difficulty tonight, but gratefully, we're still here and you guys can join us. Better late than never. So, Mrs. Gueh, can you tell us how your organization was started and, who it was started by and exactly what's the mission and vision for your organization, TCC?
Well, my organization was started in 2005. Actually, before the war started, this is a long story. I'm not going to go through it. But I was visited by an angelical host in my house in Lower Buchanan, Grabasa County. At that time, no one saw him outside, but those that were in the house were the children. And he told me there were going to be war in Liberia. Blood was going to run like river, but if I could come back to take care of the children. And that's how the whole thing, I couldn't understand it. But during the war, he said I was going to be rescued 1 week before they capture my home to kill me. And 1 week, the Lord took me away from there. And I went back 3 months after the war was over. I went to Liberia, picking the children from the streets all over. And I was able to put them in my house in Buchanan. And that's how TCC was founded from 2005. I started with 45 children in my house, feeding, clothing, lodging, doing everything for them.
Wonderful. Titus, can you please tell us a little bit more about iCare-Liberia, how it was founded and what its mission and vision is?
Yeah, iCare-Liberia is a not-for-profit organization, a local organization that focuses on Goal 6 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal that talks about safe drinking water and sanitation. And one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal talks about no poverty. So we built this organization based on the fact that Liberia as a country has not achieved much in terms of safe drinking water and sanitation against the backdrop of the report we currently read from Water Aid International in 2017, area up to 2018, that in fact there are more than 1 million Liberians who do not have access to safe drinking water, and that we have 700 children under 5 who die annually due to unsafe drinking water in our country. And of the total population of our country that is constituting more than 3.7 million population, you have 3.5 million population that do not have access to decent toilet. So basically, these were issues and situations we looked at and really came about the formation of iCare-Liberia. It is showing that we can contribute to safe drinking water and sanitation. It is showing that we all can contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal that talks about safe drinking water and eradicating poverty. And in our vision, we think that if we are to eradicate poverty, we must be able to also have a safe environment. And children should also have the fundamental right to have access to safe drinking water. Because mind you, the United Nations in 2015 recognized safe drinking water as human rights issue. So if Liberian children or the entirety of the Liberian population would not have access to safe drinking water, it's a gross violation to the existence of Liberians. And so we are not looking at that from that point, but we are looking at it where the Liberian people, the young people that account for more than 65% of the population, can be able to contribute to safe drinking water and sanitation. Our vision is to see Liberia becoming a country where safe drinking water and sanitation can be achievable for everyone by 2030, because the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal is a framework that has a limited period to 2030. So that is our vision. And our mission is to make sure that the young people are empowered, and they are empowered, their potentials are empowered, and it's showing that they contribute to safe drinking water and sanitation. Mind you now, in Morovia, like where I do live in the Clariton community, most often we see children going to riverbank to go and defecate. And at the end of the day, you observe sometimes we get to be drowned into these rivers. So at the end of the day, we get victimized, we as neighbors and advocate as well. So we can't let these things to happen over and over. The real occurrences cannot be. And so on this note, we were able to structure iCare-Liberia. I think the name despises, the reality that I care, you care, and we all care for Mama Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Mrs. Gueh, for you, where do you see your organization in the next 20 years? What do you foresee in the future?
Well, the next 20 years, our accomplishment right now, as my brother or my son had just said, we have accomplished a whole lot at this time. We have an institution where we had developed to protect the children, because our vision was to protect the children. And our mission is to educate them, to make them to become better women and men in the future. So 20 years from now, I know we have an institution that we have college level. We have theological seminary, as I am a graduate, mastered in theological seminary. We have seminary, and we have different vocational schools for the children to learn. The fact is that when the children academically, when they finish high school or finish college, many of them don't have no vocational training. and they will not go. They're all people with their different offices. They already have employees. They're not going to hire any of our children to go there and sit there for them to be able to pay them or take their bread from under the mouths of these people. So we have come up with a point with this, that with the help of God, that we will be able to establish college. When our children graduate from high school, they can just zoom into college right there. They can go, not many of them would be academically to that point. So some of them will have to go to vocational school. So with that saying, we have our school that we built. We have 16 classroom school building that we built for them. We go from pre to 7th grade, and we're trying to carry up to 9th grade, up to high school and to college. So from there, we have our vocational building, which is 6-room vocational building. And we have 6-room clinic building also that we built. And then from there, we have all these things God have provided for our poultry and all those things, agriculture. And then we want a hands-on for the children. And then we have carpentry, which we are just about to erect right now for them to start learning all these things and many other stuff. 20 years from now, TCC, by the grace of God, because this is a God-established institution. It was not man. It was not me. God, we're going to see our children to be our institution to be one of the top institutions in Liberia, focusing on the rights of the children, focusing on the safety of the children, focusing on God and his glory, focusing on a higher education, that when they travel anywhere, our institution will be a school of excellence. And that's what we're looking forward to. And by the grace of God, for all that we have accomplished, God going to allow us to get to this point, no matter what. I believe in that, and it will sure happen as long as I have life. I cannot quit. For me, I will never quit my children. Thank you.
Wonderful. Titus, can you tell us about the organizational structure of iCare-Liberia? So you told us that you are the co-founder, but who else is playing a part in this organization, and what is the structure?
Well, we have the executive director, who is Jerry Saka. He runs the prime responsibility of the organization, and I co-head him. I work with him in ensuring that, because we are the dreamers of this noble institution. And then we also have the Secretary General, who has the responsibility for documentations. And we also have various ambassadors in high schools and universities who do go and spread out our message and also practicalize our principles, our fundamental principles, in ensuring that safe drinking water, wash clubs are erected in high schools, and children who do go to school are acquainted with what we call personal hygiene, and then how they too can be affected positively in the sector of hygiene or safe drinking water and sanitation in our country. And then we also have the financial secretary. The financial secretary works along with the secretary, and in ensuring that we have coherent access, fair access to our money, and so that we can be able, just in case of any mini donation, in case of any help we've received, we can be able to have an accountable result of what we've received. So basically, that is how our organization is like. And our organization is legally operated. I mean, we run our organization based on an accreditation from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, from the Liberia Business Registry, and that of the Ministry of Public Works. So we are running our institution legally.
Wonderful. Mother Gueh, can you also tell us about the organizational structure of TCC?
We are 501c3 in the United States, and we are NGO in Liberia also. And actually, being an NGO in Liberia, we had not been successful with the Liberian government since we started this. But when God is for you, who can be against you? And because he had called me, my focus have been on him and nobody else. So we do most of our functions. Our money, actually, I must admit, came from me. As I work 15, 16, 12 hours in the United States, nonstop, in order for us to be able to support these children. We supported them, we fed them, we lodged them, we clothed them, we did everything. But I can't really explain how I did it, but because God is on our side. So because of that, God has seen the faithfulness of what I have been doing. So God has sent in people, other people that have come in to help to structure us, to help to build these children and the institutions so we can go a little bit further and go better the miles that God wants us to go. We are a well-known organization in a sense, not to everyone in the United States, but the very few that know us, they know that we are accredited, we are excellent people. Whatever we say, no matter when they entrust us with our opinion, we will use it for the purpose of our institution. It's not all about money. It's all about what can you do to make a difference in the lives of the children for the future. So that's our structure over there. And we focus mostly on God. We do, the children are praying power. They pray for everything. And when they pray, God shows up and been helping them. So there where we are, that's our structure. They focus on God and respectful in a safe environment. They are protected from every evil that will come, even though evil will always be in the midst of them. But with God's help, they are always safe and protected from harms that come their way. So that's our structure over there. Godly established organization.
Okay, so
and just so you know, Samuel Gueh is watching from the Trinity Village, Trinity Children's Center in Liberia. We also have some watching from Daniel is watching from Bond County, to be specific. So there are people who like the work you do, Titus and Mother Gueh, and they are watching. To our viewers, once more, this is focused on Liberia. We are speaking with Mother Gueh and Titus, who are two Liberians making a difference in the lives of our country. Back to you, Danielle.
Yes, so Mother Gueh, I understand you travel back and forth between the U.S. and Liberia. So who is the person, or what is the role in charge of the day-to-day function of running TCC?
Well, thank God we have Gueh on the line. Gueh is one of our students that we took. We supported him, and he's in college now. We supported him, he's in college, and Gueh is our IT principal on campus, because that's our rule. Once we help you, we teach you. When you finish, you have to come back and give back to the school. So Gueh is one of our principal. He's our IT principals on campus, and we have people that God has sent in my way. Like when my brother was living, but when he passed, God he kept sending other people. Right now we have Mr. David Kennedy is on campus. He helped to take care of the institution. We have Mr. Fraser, who is our construction man. He helped to build all our buildings and things in Liberia. Also, we have Jada, who helped to feed the children, to cook, our dietitian. We have these people that we trust, even though there were some that we trusted. But yet and still they destroy everything they thought they could destroy. But when God builds, you cannot tear it down. So I have genuine people that I trust. Because of that, I travel every year to Liberia. If I send anything, I travel. If it's huge, I travel and make sure that it is well distributed, that no one will be able to take, even though you cannot stop the rogues. But yet and still, we trust God and we'll continue to do this to help the children.
So, Mother Gueh, do you have like a board of directors or other people that are working at the top, helping you, because you may not be able to just you running from here, Liberia and back? Are there other people that are actually at the higher echelon helping with this kind of big job that you are doing?
In Liberia, I have my board of directors here in America. The few faithful, very few faithful that God has given me here that have been helping me. It's very, very overwhelming. This is a big organization. And also the ones that I had in Liberia that came, they came sheep in wolf clothing. We have already gotten rid of them, and we have very few people in Liberia right now. Like we have the land commissioner of Masa County, and we have one of our military men, and we have the police. We have a few people that will try now to bring together so we can be able to have that solid foundation in Liberia in terms of our board members. So because of that, that's what I'm on my way back. I'm going to go back and be able, and I'm going to stay there with the children for 5 months, 5 months, and make sure that everything is in place before I can come back.
Titus, does iCare-Liberia have a board of directors? And if so, who's on that board?
In Liberia?
No, I'm sorry, that was to Titus. I was asking about iCare-Liberia's board of directors and exactly who is on the board.
Well, we have board of directors, but now we only have, since iCare-Liberia is a newly structured organization, we are still anticipating more individuals to work with us. And that we have Mohammed Kurma. Mohammed Kurma is one of our directors who is on the board of directors. And so we are still anticipating more prominent Liberian and those who come with change to the Liberian community and the entirety of the Liberian people to work on our board of directors. So currently, we have one director who works on the board of directors, who is Mohammed Kurma.
Okay. Do you partner with other organizations in Liberia or international organizations around the world?
Well, we only partner with local organizations, local-based community organizations that into safe drinking water and sanitation, community environmental protection organizations. We partner with them in ensuring that we all can work together. But when it comes to building a partnership with international community, where we are finding it somehow difficult, but we are working on it because we are a newly birthed institution. And so it's going to be an opportunity and for us to partner with international organizations. But for now, we do not have partners who are out of Liberia or international.
So what are some of the local organizations that you have partnered with, and how did the partnership come about? How did you guys get to meet and start working together?
Yeah, we have one organization called the Pavon organization. It's an organization that focuses also on safe drinking water and sanitation. And so what often we do is that whenever we have initiative or projects, we consider them in, and so we all can work together to have a mass number and get in the street, clean up, and also provide some sanitary materials to our rural slum communities in Liberia. So this is how our partnership runs. It is not on finance basis, but it is on the basis of working relationship. But again, we are anticipating international partners and national partners to making sure that we all can realize, can achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 6 and Goal 1, which talk about safe drinking water and sanitation, and Goal 1 talks about no poverty.
Mother Gueh, how about you? Does TCC have any other partner organizations that they work with?
Yes, we are privileged now, but before, no. But right now, the Lord has blessed us. He has seen our labor, our long suffering. He has seen it. So we have people that organization like ministries. We have like the Sendel ministries that have come in greatly to help us. We have Calvary Chapel that have come in to help us. We got John Wesley that have come in to help us. And many others, God is bringing them in one by one to help us because the harvest is plentiful and the laborers are few. God has to send those to help us because presently I'm retired. I put in my retirement. I need more help. I can't do, they're not going to get thousands and thousands of dollars from me anymore, even because of that Western Union money grant have put in stop to me wiring money because they say I send plenty of money to Liberia.
Wow. Okay, so you mentioned funding. Can you tell us exactly how your organization is funded outside of your own money?
And like, is it still me? Mark, still a question still coming to me?
Oh yes, sorry, Mother Gueh.
Okay. Can you repeat that? I thought you were talking to.
So how is TCC funded other than funding from your own personal money?
And like I said to you before, it was funded completely from me. I have 11 teachers that I pay from here every month from my pocket. And have all those, the volunteers, 9 volunteers to feed, and all the children to feed them every month. And then at the same time, because of that, we were not able to finish all what we wanted to do. Because of that, we became slow. But at this time, it had turned around somehow. God had turned the table around somehow. He has sent these people, the ministries that I just named, the names that I just called, they have come in to help us. They have come in to help us, giving us, like the Sender ministry, giving us great support for us to continue to do the work that God has called us to do.
And where is that ministry?
In the United States, and also in the United States, and also Calvary Chapel in the United, all the people names that are called, all of them in the United States. And we got recommendation, people recommending us to other bigger organizations for them to get to see us. And even because of what we do last year, we were recommended to be, BBC or something agent. They had us, but we didn't win. Is that BBC? Correct me. I think you should know what I'm talking about.
CNN. I know of CNN Heroes.
Okay, CNN Hero. They recommended us as CNN Hero, even though we didn't win. But hopefully, like they say, we have seen your work. and we'll continue to recommend you. So we lean back and we're going to continue to work no matter what. God will always feed his children. He will care for them no matter what. The devil can't break it down. I'm almost a woman with a very strong faith. I believe that.
Great. So Titus, can you tell us how iCare-Liberia is funded?
Okay.
Some of the viewers are saying, excuse me, sorry. Some of the viewers are saying they can't hear you. So maybe if you move a little closer to your mic.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, basically we have funding our activities as an organization. What we often do is that we go around with a fundraising event for each project we want to undertake. We go around with fundraising event among community dwellers. If, for instance, we will have a pump to be erected in the mine Gibi counted here, and we need to go to some Rostam community dwellers and get them together, organize a fundraising event, so we can be able to generate some fundings to making sure that we be able to undertake our projects. So that is how more basically our projects are funded. But in terms of direct funding for our organization, iCare-Liberia, and I can tell you that we do not have fundings, which is unfortunate for us, but we are working hard to making sure that we have more fundings, or we have funding.
Okay. So to be clear, your projects, well, each project that you're working on, you will try to fundraise for that project and seek donations from within the community?
Yeah.
So everyone who is on your team currently in iCare-Liberia, do they receive a salary?
Well, they do not receive a salary because I mean it's a kind of young organization that from the mindset of young people, we've taught them about volunteerism. It is something that we engage mostly in community services. So it's not something that you're going to do for the children. It's not something you're going to do for the entirety of the Liberian people, and you expect a benefit. But again, I mean, what we actually do is that we build their leadership skills, and we make them to serve as ambassadors. And so we create an environment where they can be placed into a situation to be contributing genuinely to safe drinking water and sanitation. And at the end of the day, we can be able to come together and reconcile some of our hard efforts, but we do not give. Hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But we do not give out salaries because we have no fundings. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, this is Focus on Liberia. We come to you every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonight, we are focusing on Liberians making a difference. This is part 2 of our series, Liberians Making a Difference. Those making difference tonight, we have Mother Masa Gueh of Trinity Children's Center, and also Mr. Timothy Pakalah Jr. of iCare-Liberia.
Titus.
Oh, sorry, Titus Pakalah. You're still in the Bible, Titus. That's good. And we want to welcome all our guests on Facebook. Please feel free, post your comments or questions. And I have posted the links or the websites of the 2 organizations we are focusing on tonight, so you can check them out and make sure that you are able to give them whatever help they may need. Back to you, Danielle.
Yes, so Titus, for iCare-Liberia, we understand that you work towards, the sanitation and great drinking water in the community, good drinking water, sorry. Can you give us a little more background as to what the current situation is in Liberia when it comes to sanitation and drinking water?
Well, according to Water Aid International, in 2017 and 2018 report, it states clearly that in fact there are 1 million Liberians who do not have access to safe drinking water and sanitation. And you also have 700 children under 5 who die annually due to unsafe drinking water and sanitation in our country. And then of the total population that constitutes more than 3.4%, not percent, but more than 3.4 million population, you have 3.2 million population that do not have access to decent toilet in Liberia. So basically, these are the situations. Mind you, every year, 700 children under 5 are dying. I mean, it's a tragic incident in our democracy that no one should sit and watch go as it is,
Hmm.
because the lives of those individuals, of those children, that are stolen of death only because of unsafe drinking water and sanitation in our old age democracy, a country that is over 171 years old. I mean, it is something that we all must wake up and make sure that we have a coherent resolution to this problem so that the lives of these children can be saved. And that what Water Aid International also said that 1 million Liberians do not have access to drinking water. And it is also been predicted by international organizations by 2020 there will be much more than 2 million Liberians who will not have direct access to safe drinking water and sanitation. So mind you now, by 2020 as well, we'll have more than 3.2 million Liberians who will not have the same access to safe drinking water and sanitation. So the numbers will be increasing as per the situation that is ongoing. So it is about time that the young people, the government of the Republic of Liberia, because we cannot just rely everything on the government's shoulder. It is about time we make a change because we constitute, the young people, according to Carter Center, constitute more than 65% of Liberia population. And most often what I do say is that if we want to see change in Liberia, it is about time the young people work together, irrespective of our political, social, cultural affiliation. We should all come together and see how best we lift Mama Liberia up, because Mama Liberia has been torn by senseless civil crisis. We have been torn by power struggles. We've been torn by moral decadence. We've been torn by sexual abuses. It is about time we put our differences aside and make sure that Liberia becomes a safe place for us. So that is the current situation on ground, and against those backdrops, we were able to build iCare-Liberia. So we do not want to be expecting the death of our children. We do not want to be expecting, or seeing over 1 million Liberians not having access to safe drinking water, when it is an equal opportunity and a responsibility that is being provided by the United Nations.
So Titus, you were talking about safe drinking water, and the statistic you just mentioned is so appalling.
Sure.
So what has your impact been, and where are these activities held? Is it in Monrovia? Are you extending to other parts of the country? Yeah. What has been your impact?
Our projects are structured based on concept paper, because most often when we do project proposals, the government, I don't know, but this is Liberia. They downplay our project proposals. So what we often do is to do a concept note and work around our concept note, have a targeted place. For instance, in 2017, we had a project in the West Point community where we were able to raise more awareness on safe drinking water and sanitation. The project was an awareness-based initiative. So we went to the West Point community and we educated more young people, because mind you, if the mind is not educated as well, the street will not be clean. So we look at that from that perspective. We went to the West Point community, one of the biggest and largest slum communities in Liberia. We went there and we were able to have taught school-going kids, entrepreneur innovators, community dwellers. And at the end of the day, we also appointed ambassadors there, making them to serve as, security for us. And so that the moment a situation of such occurred, we can be able to go back and say, look, this is what you need to do, and this is what you need not to do. And we also went to the PHP community also in 2017 on October, where we were able to have painted most of the wells where they take or fetch drinking water from. So you cannot be fetching drinking water from these wells when the wells are not clean. So we went there, we purchased paints, and we were able to buy chlorine, and we donated some of our equipments to them. And at the end of the day, they took initiative on their own, making them to feed a part of the developmental process of our country. And we also went to the United States Embassy here in Liberia, where we hosted a seminar or a symposium where Liberians from cross-section of our country came together and observed the World Environmental Day, where we were able to educate them on keeping our environments clean. So we've been contributing to safe drinking water and sanitation, and against the backdrop that say 1 million Liberians do not have access to safe drinking water, 3.2 million Liberians do not have access to decent toilet in Liberia, 500 children on 700 children on 5 die annually due to unsafe drinking water. So against this backdrop, we have been carrying on several initiatives, including but not limited to awareness and project implementation. Thank you.
Okay, so Titus, you've given us the statistics about the poor drinking water, but I think for many of us who live in the diaspora, some of us have either been away from Liberia for so long, or some of us have never been there. So you say they don't have access to good drinking water. I think many of us take it for granted. We can go to the faucet in our homes if we need to get drinking water, or we can pay about $4 for 20 bottles of bottled water. Majority of Liberians, how are they getting their water?
Well, majority of them are getting water from the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. And at times, we do not trust the water that comes from the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation because they are not in good situation. At times, you drink water where the chlorine is even more than overtakes the entire water. And at the end of the day, when you take in the water, you have stomach pain, which is a problem to our growing population as well. So there's a problem with the Liberian Water Sewer Corporation. They have to work on their water lines. They have to work on their tubes. They have to work on their tank because the tank has been there for a very long period of time. And I think they need to work on it to making sure that Liberians are afforded the opportunity to accessing safe drinking water and sanitation in our country. Because if you do not afford the Liberian people the opportunity to safe drinking water and sanitation, then you are risking the lives of Liberian children and the entirety of Liberian people.
Thank you. So Mother Gueh, we understand that 160 children are currently serviced by TCC. How do those children get to you guys?
How do those children get to where? I didn't get it last
So
part.
how do you obtain those children? Those 160 children, are these all orphans? Are these children in the surrounding area?
Yes. These children are all not orphans. And as a matter of fact, we have more out there to bring in, but because we don't have the place to keep them, we have been trying to build dormitories for them, the boys and the girls dormitories, where we'll be able to host our children. We don't have that dormitory. We're working towards it. So because of that, we have the environment where we are, one of the poorest in Liberia. We are in Maikibi, the outskirts of Liberia. Everything that goes to Liberia would never ever reach to those children and those people over there. Like my brother just said, there are a lot of children that are dying every day just from little things. So because of that, we are trying, if by the help of other people. The other people can get involved. They can see the work that we are doing. This is a free, very free education that we've been doing it for 14 years. Been educating and all their peers. When I say peer, it's not peer per se. We get a little stipend. Those are working, like the teachers and things, like our volunteer staff and things. They just volunteer work. And I'm able to feed them, we're able to feed them, able to lodge them. They are not getting the pay that they're really supposed to have. So with that said, that it's just a matter of struggle from here, from us. We have to struggle and be able to take care of them, be able to feed them. How can we throw them away? Or how can we let them back in the street? And we took them from the street when they were dying. When we went in the street collecting them from door to door, from street to street, we collected them and brought them in. When I went to Liberia 2005, I fed 5,000 children. They had a refugee camp right in Smith Notice. I almost got killed, got crushed because of the children. They were hungry. How can we put them out there? What can we do to say go? So because of that, that's why we're struggling so hard. We need more people to come in to help us. Because the children in Liberia are not my children alone. They are our children.
So, Mother Gueh, what are you doing to reach out, to get more support, to get more funding? Because I'm thinking you're not going to be in Mount Gilead alone. You may want to go to Sino and Grand Cru and Lofa and other places. What plans you have to expand your current capacity?
Actually, I think that's a good idea. I haven't been to all these places, but I've been to Monrovia. I've been to the former president. I've been to the former vice president. I took missionaries from here. We carried gift to the vice president. We visited him at home. They promised us they were going to come visit us to see the work we do. Nobody came. We've been to all our Capitol building, from one office door to another office door, knocking on their doors, giving them flyers, telling them what we do for them to come. Nobody came. Nobody came. I went to Pakalah, which is my hometown. I went there. We tried. I tried by all means. Nobody has shown up. Yeah. But we cannot give up. We got to be persistent. A leader never ever give up. You always have to continue and still keep pushing. So when the day God carried me back to Liberia, that would be my mission, because I would be to every office door. I would carry a sneaker that I would wear to every door, go all around the places our old truck can carry me. I would go from door to door. They would get tired seeing their old lady and say, why you keep coming to this door? And I will not leave them alone. Come and see. Seeing is better than just hearing. Seeing is believing. Come and see the work that we had done for 14 years in Liberia. All that I have earned in this country have been donated to the children of Liberia. And I continue at this age, going on and on. Liberians have to come together to help. Well, thank you for that advice. I will go Sano if possible. I will go, I know George will get tired of me. I'm going to sit right to his office door and clear his work. I'm going to grab her hand. Come on, my daughter, we got to go see. The security, all of them will get to know me over there when I get there. It will be a teamwork.
All right. Go ahead, Danielle.
So, Mother Gueh, you mentioned you guys have been doing this great work for about 14 years. And you mentioned a time where you fed almost about 5,000 children. So what would you say has been your reach over these 14 years? About how many children have you all helped over the 14 years?
Oh my God. We cannot even express how many. And you know, even besides the children at TCC, the community children are fed by us every Christmas. We have the whole community, we feed them. We had a whole community, we get them Christmas toys. July 26th, we feed all the community. New Year, we feed the community, we give them toys. We go now even that, we do prison ministry. We go to Buchanan prison and we feed the prisoners. The first ministry of its kind in Liberia. That's what the ministry, the minister of defense said. We went to him and I asked him whether he could get a permit to go to Central Prison to feed the prisoners over there. He said, this is the first of its kind. We go to Bono One ministry, Bono One prison. We feed them. During Ebola, we bought Ebola material solution buckets and everything for the whole community, even down to the police station in Robertsfield. We reach out to everyone over there. That's what we've been doing. And we're going to keep doing it because we are called to help, to give. And my life is all about giving.
Thank you. Titus, about how many projects have you all completed and about how many people would you say those projects have, how many people have those projects impacted?
Well, we've on talk three projects, and all of those, many of whom our projects have affected from the ages of 18 to 35. And then we have the number of people our projects have affected have reached approximately, let's say approximately they've been 700 per project, 700. So by the 4 or 3 projects we've anticipated, we've carried out, we've been able to inspire or change or, being able to involve many Liberians, about 400 to 800, many young Liberians at the ages of 18 to 35. But the age does not matter, but we target them because those are individuals we most often see in communities that are vulnerable. And so we get to them, get them involved into the process.
Okay, wonderful. So what would you say fuels your drive to continue on these projects? And what are some of the things that some days make you weak and feel like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do this or I can't do this?
Come again?
And so what are the things, what is it that fuels you to continue to push to work on these projects? And what are the challenges that present themselves that sometimes make you feel like giving up?
Okay, we have the Youth Community Forum. The Youth Community Forum is a forum that brings young people together. It is a workshop-based initiative where young people will be able to come together and tools will be distributed to them, and so that they can serve as ambassadors to us in their various communities based on the fact that we want to keep safe drinking water and sanitation. But this is our constraint in the entire organizational sector. We have been constrained about what is then known as fundings. Is something that actually would tend to discourage us because of certain extreme level of patriotism. And that is how we come together and see how best we do not just let the silence of individuals' funds or the silence of the government of the people of Liberia allow us being idle. Also, we keep being together, wake up regardless of people not supporting us with the fundings. We keep working from our own, general contribution or fundraising event to making sure that we do not be discouraged on achieving a positive goal in our country, Liberia, because we do not want to live a life where the lives of children will be lost by ordinary situation or issue like safe drinking water and sanitation, we could be achieved even in the course of 2, 3 years. But because government officials, ministers have not been more patriotic to our country, at the end of the day, the children are dying, the women are suffering, and vast majority of the young people become vulnerable to these things. And so that is how we are, and that is the constraint we do face in Liberia in terms of funding. So we need more funds.
Okay. Mother Gueh, what about you? What are some of the challenges that your organization faces? We know you mentioned earlier about working with government and how difficult that can be. Can you just explain a little bit more on that challenge and some of the other challenges you have?
Just imagine for 14 years, many days I said, if God really had not called me, I would have thrown in a towel and been gone, because it's tough. That's what I always see people, I won't do what you do. I show everybody what I do. But if you're not called, you're not going to continue it, because this is a very hard job, hard work. And many days I tell God, take your job back. Why you call me? Why you keep bothering me? I talk to him here now. It's so tough, I'm telling you, that when you try to advance, you try to help the children, people underneath you, they're trying to pull you down, trying to steal what doesn't belong to them. The little things that you care for the children, they try to take it away from them. But I know my encouragement comes directly from God. It comes from him when I think about him. And I go way back during my life. At that time, when I have seen with people, when I had no food, I ate dirt. If I tell you what dirt is, when they build old mud houses in Liberia. When I was hungry, I went in the kitchen where the smoke went into the dirt on that wall. I would break it up and just eat half of it and drink water. God got me here for a reason. I ate that dirt for so many years until I couldn't use the bathroom. When I think about that, looking at the children, how much is suffering. If I can have surplus of food, my grandchildren here throw food away. Why I can't feed these children? When I think about that, I continue to move to do what I have to do. But looking at those, many of those that came around me, came as though they came to help, but they came to exploit the children. You're not exploiting me, you're exploiting the children. And it's between you and God. So many, when I see that, I give up and I just cry. Why, Lord? Why do I have to do this? But when I hear the children, every one of them all the children call me grandma. When they say, grandma, we are hungry, we got stomach pain, our head hurting, what happened? We are not eating. That fuels me a little bit more to do more and more for them. And I will not stop. The devil cannot stop me. No man can stop me. Only God, at that last moment when you say, come home. That's all I want to hear, well done. I can't be stopped.
Thank you. Titus, have you experienced any of the red tape around government and being able to work with government? Have you experienced any challenges with government support?
I have experienced challenges from what? From government?
From government support?
Yeah, initially I stated that we've not been able to receive support from government, and but again we are open to having consultative meeting with the with the MCC, the Monrovia City Corporation, city's mayor Jefferson Koji, to making sure that because it has the statutory mandate to maintain a green Morovia. And if you are to maintain a green Morovia, you must be able to obtain safe drinking water and sanitation in our city. So owing to the fact that he is the mayor of our city, we are open, to consultative meeting. And thank God that he has shared his two numbers with me. And he opened a way that we can be able to have a consultative meeting in case of anything, because according to him, he has been following our activities, and he said he's been inspired a lot that Liberians will come together and see how best they can, have a clean city. So, I mean, we are trying to open a way to government officials, to government ministries, line ministries, private and public institutions, to working also that we can have our organization running. But without them, we can still run because we have that patriotic spirit in us to move in our country forward.
Okay. So in business, oftentimes what they do is called a SWOT analysis, SWOT. So you have your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What would you say is the S in your organization right now? What are some of the strengths of your organization?
Well, on the SWOT analysis, we have our strength lies in on the arms and shoulder of the co-founder and the executive director, along with our volunteers, because nothing we do without the functionality of the volunteers. So that is the strength aspect of it. Do you also want to ask about weakness?
Well, I'll go to Mother Gueh first and ask her about the strengths of TCC. What are some of the strengths, things that you guys are doing so well?
Well, strength-wise, right now we're doing agriculture. When I look back and see the green cassava planted, and we're trying to get cassava machine to grind to be able for us to have cassava flour, to have starch, have farinas and all those things. When I look back and see what God is doing for them, and then looking at the willingness for them to have peppers, we planting pepper, bitter balls, and all these things. That's my major area. I love agriculture. I been in America, my backyard. I stay in America. I don't buy potato greens. I don't buy kit today. I don't buy pepper, fewer leaves. You go to the backyard, everything there. I pick up and put it in my deep freezer. I go Liberia. I don't need your bitter balls because I got it right here. The only thing I bring all your seeds and plant it. That's what I do. So when I see the kind of work that everybody willingly involved into, that really gave me the strength. That one of the things that keeping me to hold on to do what I continue to do, and see the children trying to do some artworks and to do tie-dyes, and the children are looking for people. We have computers for them to learn computers. We have sewing machines that are sent for them to learn how to sew, for them to knit and do all these things. And they're so willing, they want to learn. That really, gave me the strength to press on. That's what holding me, nothing else. And when I see that exploiters coming in, you think in America, sometimes I can't even pay my own light bills. I don't have enough. I take all and send it, you go there and just grab it and just steal it and take it away from the children. That alone just want me, when I go Liberia, I just want to tear your ears. I just want to bust you up to tell you this is not how you're supposed to do it. But sometimes I learn to compose myself and just pray. Pray. But I'm telling you, the work that we're doing is not easy. The Liberians, they are not trusted.
That's a strong statement.
Yeah.
Let me go to you, Titus. Recently, you were at a symposium. I think you were attending some functions. I also read something where you've been kind of recognized internationally. Can you talk about those briefly?
Yeah, the recognition came as a result of my continuance stance on advocacy and also protecting the rights of children and girls, women who have been sexually abused, leading several advocacy campaigns for the rights to child protection and education in Liberia. So basically, the recognition came as a result of my continuing stance in terms of advocating for the children of Liberia to have access to education and to be protected under our law, to having a reform in our justice system, and so that the mass raped and gang raped can stop at certain level. And so as per that, I was being recognized by some group of Liberians who are in the United States of America organize an institution with that of the Secretary General of the United Nations, to making sure that I be recognized based on my continuous efforts.
Okay, so as we draw near to the close of this show, I'd like you to tell our viewers and anyone who's willing to help, what do you need now from funders or possible donors? What do you need right now? How can people help you in your cause, whether it's donors or volunteers? What can they do to help iCare-Liberia at this time?
Yeah, well, does a question come to me?
Yes, Titus, for you. Exactly what does your organization need right now? Tell our viewers what they can do to help.
Well, we actually need, I want to make my face more emotional because this is what I, yeah, I don't know if I could scratch my hand to those. I'll scratch my hand to you all. Whatever you are, we are pleading to you. Save us, save our land. Yeah, what we actually are seeking is that we want more fundings so that we can be able to read more poems in the 15th sub-political division of our country. Mind you, in our country, we have 700 children on five who die annually. In Liberia, 1 million Liberians do not have access to safe drinking water. 3.2 million Liberians do not have access to decent toilet in our country. Please, all what I'm asking as a co-founder of iCare-Liberia, an organization that focuses on safe drinking water and sanitation, and also supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 1 and Goal 6, which talk about safe drinking water and no poverty. We are pleading to you all, international organizations, local organizations, and even those ministers who have the money but hiding in that corner, please come out and help us, because we want to save the lives of Liberian children and the entirety of Liberian people. So primarily, we need fundings. Thank you.
And if somebody have funding to give you, how can they reach you?
Yeah, we have a mail. We have a mail, and I will be able to send you the mail. And we also have a number. The number is +231 if you are calling out of Liberia, +231 776 350021. And then the phone does not just come that you can also request for all of our legal documents. We are in the in the position of providing you all of our documents, so that your fundings can be more legitimate to our existence as well, because we are a legitimate organization. So we plead to your consciousness to please help us. We need more funds so that we can save the lives of Liberian children. Our hands are open. I think you can see it. Open you.
And to other Liberians who, maybe they don't have the funding to help you guys, how can they volunteer? Or how can they reach out to you to volunteer? Titus, if there's anyone, yes, if there's anyone in Liberia who maybe they don't have the funds to help, how can they reach out to you and volunteer, or what are some other things they can do other than giving money?
Okay, we have a form where it's a membership form. What often we do is that if you want to help us and you do not have money, you want to join our team, you can fill in the form. The form is online. Just log on to www.facebook.com/iCare-Liberia, and then you can follow all of the instructions there on our page, and then you can be able to download the form, the membership form. And once you have completed the membership form, this means that you are a legitimate volunteer of iCare-Liberia. You cannot, even if you do not have money, you can join us to work with us as well to making Liberia a better place.
Thank you. And Mother Gueh, same question for you. How can people reach out to you for donations, and what are some other ways that they can help TCC?
We have our website, which is www.trinitychildren.org. And we're just about to cancel that and reopen our new website, which will be www.trinitychildren.org. And you can go on our trinitychildren.org and you will see the link there. We have PayPal account. You can donate on PayPal over there. We sure will receive it. And also you can go on Facebook. Even though we had our Facebook set up, Trinity Children, and Trinity Children Center on Facebook, but the hacker went and took all our picture, destroyed everything from Facebook. They took everything down. But yet and still, we posted, we established another one. You can go say Masa, M-A-S-A, G-U-E-H at gmail.com. And you go there, whatever you want to donate on Facebook, send me a text message or send me an email. I will be able to respond, and our telephone number, everything is there, information. You can donate if you want to, if God leading you, even if you give her $10 every month. We will appreciate that. You give her $25 every month. We will appreciate it. God touch your heart and you want to give 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 100,000. We appreciate that. And right now, what we really need, we need the Liberian government, to all of you that are on this line, that know that the children of Liberia feeding human beings is so hard. And those that have the knowledge and know, have the expertise or know who to contact. We need our children in Liberia. We need TCC to have that free food also. That will help save that little money in my pocket. I won't be able to go ahead and keep feeding them every day. Help us reach to the government. Help us, send me a text message, send me an email. Who can we reach? You know, somebody that I don't know. And then besides that, if we want better Liberia, and we want our children at this time to become the future leaders of that country, we need to get the children from the street. Our children are involved in drugs. Our children are fornicating all over. All kinds of things. Let's build our dormitories. Send your children, those children that don't have no parents, send them to TCC. We will accept them. We will give them free food, free education, free everything. We are open to helping the children. But help us to build these dormitories so the children can have a place to call, this is my house. This is my bed. This is my sheet. This is my table. This is my bedside, my drawer where I can put my toothpaste. I can put my toothbrushes in there. Help us, please. Liberians, do not allow our children, as my brother said the children are dying every day. 12 years we lack water at TCC. When I go taking bath with that dirty water, rashes all on my skin, I come back here, I had to go to the doctor. Our organization left from here, they heard me crying, they went and dug us at 118 feet, clean drinking water. Help us. We need to help the children of Liberia. How much can you give? Please.
Right.
Please. We need help.
Mother Gueh, with Christmas being near, I know you spoke about handing out toys to the children. Have you already sent a barrel with toys, or can people still donate toys at this time and send it to you?
Our toy system can't stop. If you go on my Facebook, you go masagueh@gmail.com, you will see the toys. You will see me on the buy. Other people have donated. Our volunteer on campus, all he requested. She said, Grandma, I want to buy. 3 years, I said, pray. And somebody came out and purchased for him a new bike. And I'm sitting on it. I already sent them. I'll send about 7 barrels. I send about 5 bags of 100-pound parboiled rice. I send everything for them, the toys in there for them to have party, for them to be able, I mean, when they hold on those little babies and those little stuffed animals, they feel like, I don't know, as I speak, they bring tears in my eyes, because when I give them, I know how they feel. I send shoes for them, send clothing for them. My God, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. Thank you. So thank you, Mother Gueh. Thank you, Titus, for joining us tonight. Thank you to our viewers for joining us. What we really wanted to do with this series is highlight Liberians working to do great things in Liberia. We want to change that narrative that, you know, someone from a faraway land or someone with a different color skin has to come and save us from our situation. The truth is we can save ourselves, and Mother Gueh and Titus are proof that we can save ourselves. We can work together to improve our communities. So I also would like to encourage all of us to continue to reach out to these organizations and give, whether it be $10 a month, like Mother Gueh said, or a one-time donation. I'm sure it will help. Here in the U.S. this week, Thursday, is our Thanksgiving. And I think one way that we can really show our gratitude for the blessings that we have living in a country where there's plenty and where we have access to clean drinking water and a decent toilet and food. We can show our gratitude by giving to others in need, especially because we have such a strong connection to Liberia. Either it's where we were born or it's where our parents were born. So just in this holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I really want to encourage our viewers to give to these organizations. Dennis?
Before we draw down the curtains, I will say once again, thank you to our guests. We'll want to hear one final thoughts, 30 seconds each, so that your final comments, so that we can draw down the curtains. We are so grateful for you joining us. I know Titus is so late in Liberia now. Your man behind you there, you are disturbing his sleep. He can't wait to.
I'm telling you, it's good, man.
So just give us your last closing thought. Let me start with you, Titus.
Okay, I would like to say thank you to the Focus on Liberia team. Thank you very much for hosting me. But I would like to say this to everyone who's listening, that injustice is an adverse phenomenon to good governance in our country. And so if this is the point, everyone should wake up to making sure that justice is served to the people of Liberia in every form and manner, and so that everyone can be, a benefit to this country's democracy, because we are old enough and we must achieve our goals. So thank you very much. I'm Titus B. Pakalah Jr.
Mother Gueh, final comments, 30 seconds.
I take this great time to say thanks, to focus on Liberia, for them recognizing me at this time, to come and focus on Africa, for the Liberians and other people around the world to see the work that I have been struggling for so long. And I will advise my Liberians, those are in Liberia, those are abroad. We were brought here, we were rescued. God brought us here. He brought us out in order for us to go to bring us back in. We shouldn't forget about Liberia. We should remember that when you hear someone else is doing a job or working, and you be wondering who she thinks she is, because that's the question that have been asked me many times, who you think you are to do such a work. But I want to lead you to Nehemiah. When Nehemiah was called to go and build a wall, and when God did not call somebody else, he called Nehemiah. But one thing what the children did, everybody, when you go to Nehemiah, well, it will tell you that all of them agree. They came together to work. They worked together and the work was accomplished. We all, when Moses was called, he was called Moses. Moses was called, not all of them. We are open, come and work with us. Our children need you. They need us. They need me, need everybody. Come and work, come and help. And I'm telling you, those of you want to form an organization, it is not an easy task. I want you to have patience. Stay in there, work with God, hold on to God, look up to him. He will be able to sustain you. It is not just getting there today. This is not get rich. No way, you're not getting no rich. You're ripping everything from other you. If I tell you that the thrift store is my Macy's that I go to, I don't even know how to go to any store anymore.
Okay.
I'm asking you all to come and open us for us to work together. And thank you so very much for having me.
And let the church say amen. Next week, we will be concluding our series on Liberians making a difference. And there are some more incredible Liberians that are making a difference in Liberia. It's not all bad. We still have Liberians who are working selflessly for the improvement and the upliftment of our war-torn country. We want to once again thank all those that are watching. Thank our guests. Thank my co-host, Danielle, Stephanie, who's in the background doing all the work to see us online. Next, we will be concluding this series, and we still hope that you tune in, continue to support us, continue to follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and wherever. Call us and continue to do what you do. We want to thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Dennis Jai, and we say good night and God bless you.
And before you go, Titus, please, I need your number. I need to dig another well. I want you to help me. Somebody donated to us to have a well. I mean, just a little bit. Help me, please. The children need more clean water. With the too many, the one pump could not help them.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a friend request on this name. I don't know if it is this name you used.
Masa, M-A-S-A, yeah.
Okay, then I will send you my number and email. Then we communicate from that point. Let me take. Okay, yes, sure.
When I come to Liberia, I can't find me, or I will find you.
No, I will find you for
Okay.
customary reasons.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you, Danny.
All right. Thank you so much again. Once again, next week we will be coming.
Even your resources, God said He will restore. You say what's the gift become the light. You say what's the gift become the light of Africa. You say what's the gift become the light. You say what's the gift become the light of Africa. You say